Chapter 4 Transporting. In either a lorry or a trailer, there are two main areas that need to be checked before loading a horse to be travelled. Firstly, in the area where the horse will stand, the following will need to be considered. The floor and ramp must be in good condition, free from any signs of rotting, and have a non-slip surface. If the surface is rubber matting, the matting should be lifted regularly to check the floor underneath for any signs of rotting and damage. You must also check the roof, walls and partitions for signs of rotting and damage. Ease of movement of partitions and ramps is important for your safety. Secondly, the roadworthiness of the vehicle needs to be checked before travelling. The vehicle must have a current Teagasc. The tyres on towing vehicles, trailers and lorries must be checked before travelling. Wheel nuts must be tightened before each journey. Air pressure of the tyres must be correct and tyres must be safe and not worn down. Lights and indicators need to be checked before travelling. If towing a trailer, the connections for the lights must be correct and safe. Brakes, oil, water and fuel must also be checked before travelling. You must be aware of all laws that apply to you and your vehicle and ensure that these laws are adhered to at all times. Preparation of the vehicle for loading. When preparing the vehicle for loading, it should be parked in a quiet, safe area, enclosed if possible. If there is a loading bay available, it is a very safe way of loading a horse. Otherwise, parking alongside a wall or a hedge will help you to guide the horse onto the ramp. When lowered, the ramp must rest firmly and not rock on uneven ground. Partitions, breast bars and doors must be completely secure. Check that there is string on the tie rings or trailer ties with spring panic clips. Remove loose items such as buckets, which move and rattle, frightening or injuring the horse. When using a trailer, you must check the towing hitch on both the towing vehicle and the trailer for damage regularly, and any damage should be repaired before travelling. Your vehicle must be capable of towing the trailer's maximum authorised mass. Check your vehicle's specifications to find its weight and towing capacity. Make sure that the trailer is securely and properly hitched to the towing vehicle before loading a horse into it. The safety cable or chain must be securely fitted around the tow hitch. You must never load a horse into an unhitched trailer or do not unhitch a trailer with a horse in it. Make sure that the jockey door is open so that you can exit safely. If loading a horse with the front ramp down, make sure that the breast bar is up and secure, as the horse may rush forward to exit the trailer. If loading with the front ramp up, it is advisable to keep the breast bar down so that the handler does not get caught between the bar and the horse. However, the situation needs to be evaluated before you decide. Preparing the horse for loading. Preparing your horse for loading is important, as he may need protective clothing. Protective clothing is used to prevent injury to the horse. Clothing used will depend on the horse, owner and length of journey. If applying a tail bandage, stand to the side of the horse and not to the rear. The horse should be led out with the bridle on over its head collar. This increases your control. The head collar should be leather, as if there is an accident the leather will break more easily than nylon, and the horse will be freed. The lead rope should be long and made from cotton or leather, as nylon will burn your hands if the horse were to pull back suddenly. All handlers and assistants must be wearing gloves, a hard hat, strong footwear and suitable safe clothing. Loading the horse into a trailer. When loading into a trailer, the handler must be a competent horse person, and there should be at least one assistant to put up the breeching bar and close the ramp, and to encourage the horse should he need it. The horse should be led at a purposeful walk straight towards the ramp. The assistants must stand at the side of the ramp when closing it, as it may fall back down if the horse rushes backwards. Once you are in, hold the horse until the breeching bar and ramp are secured. Then, if down, the breast bar can be secured and the horse tied to the baler twine using a quick release knot or to a trailer tie with the spring panic clip. Lastly, ensure all doors and ramps are closed securely. Unloading from a rear trailer ramp. If you are unloading your horse via the rear ramp, you will need to untie the horse before the ramp is let down and the breeching bar is undone. You may slip on a bridle for extra control. When you are ready, let down the breast bar. Always communicate with your assistants so that all people involved know what is happening at all times. Your assistants may now let down the rear ramp and the breeching bar. Again, nobody should ever stand behind the ramp, but always to the side of it. The assistants should stand either side of the ramp to guide the horse so that he does not come off the side of the ramp. Unloading via a front-facing ramp. If you are unloading from a front-facing ramp, untie the horse, then let the breast bar down before the ramp is let down. Communicate to your assistants that you are ready and that they can now let the ramp down. Encourage the horse to walk out slowly, allowing him to stop and look around if he wants to. Ensure that he walks straight so that he does not hit his hips on the side of the box or slip off the side of the ramp. Loading a horse into a lorry. When loading into a lorry, you must lead the horse purposefully towards the ramp. When the horse is up the ramp, turn him so that he is parallel to the partition. Ask your assistant to bring across the partition. Tie up the horse to the baler twine using a quick release knot or a panic spring clip. Ensure that the partition is secure. If you are only loading one horse into a lorry, they should be in the front space as this is the most comfortable for the horse. When finished loading the lorry, 2 people should put up the ramp ensuring that it is secure. A hydraulic ramp is desirable on a lorry. Unloading from a lorry ramp. 2 people should let down the ramp, ensuring that they are always standing to the side of the ramp. Untie the horse before the partition is pulled back. You may slip on a bridle for extra control. Communicate with your assistants. When all are ready, the partition can be pulled back. Encourage the horse to walk out slowly, allowing him to stop and look around if he wants to. Ensure that he walks straight so that he does not slip off the side of the ramp. If assistants are not available, your horse must be well trained to stand quietly in the lorry or trailer until the handler is ready. You must also be experienced in loading horses in this manner and ensure that both you and the horse are safe at all times. Travelling the mare and foal. When travelling a mare and foal, it is advisable to use a lorry with all the partitions and any other protruding objects removed. However, if a lorry is not available, a trailer, which may be a mare and foal trailer, can be used. Again, partitions and breeching and breast bars must be removed, as the foal can be caught between the mare and any of these objects. It is very important that the floor is extremely well bedded, as this will reduce the risk of the mare or foal being injured. The mare should be tied up securely, the foal should be left loose. You must remember to close the top doors of the ramp as the foal is loose. A CCTV camera may be an added bonus as the driver's assistant can then keep a constant eye on the mare and foal. However, this method of travelling a mare and foal is solely a recommendation and personal preference will vary.
To summarise, the trailer must be safe and secure. The vehicle must be roadworthy and legal. The area for loading should be enclosed, safe and quiet if possible. Horse must be tied to baler twine. The handler must be wearing gloves, hat and suitable boots. Where possible, have assistance. The safety of all persons involved and your horse is the priority.